Wonder Woman coaster at Six Flags Mexico is the only fourth dimension coaster in Latin America. This is an SNS free spin where the vehicles can flip freely as they navigate the layout. This model found its way to several Six Flags parks, but this is one of the better ones. I will explain why in this review. Six Flags Fiesta Texas added the first SNS free spin with Batman the Ride in 2015. The ride was highly marketable and well received, so Six Flags added this ride to 6 of their other parks in the subsequent years. All but one of them were themed to Batman or Joker. That one exception is Wonder Woman at Six Flags Mexico. This ride opened in 2018 and it is still the newest coaster to open at this park. It was placed in the very back of the park in the DC Universe section, and this ride looks great. The golden track really pops. Then the supports are a mix of red, blue, and white in honor of Wonder Woman. And I like how the plaza has the heroine's logo painted on the ground as well as on some columns. Then the queue line is very similar to Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster at Fiesta Texas. The ride switchbacks are held in a version of the Acropolis, complete with some posters of Wonder Woman and her powers. Then you also have some audio, but instead of playing the Wonder Woman theme song, the speakers instead play some audio clips from the Justice League and Aquaman trailers while you wait. It's an odd decision, but it is related to the theme at least. The last bit of the queue line takes you to the merge point, where you are assigned a side. It's random which one you get, but I do think it matters. The front side offers more flips, but the back side offers better timed flips as they occur during the Raven turns, so it's well worth trying both if you're able to. This ride can generate a sizable wait though. It routinely gets 30 to 45 minute waits daily. A lot of that comes back to the ride's capacity. Each train holds just 8 riders. There are 2 cars per train. Each car holds 2 guests on each side of the track. Usually, there are 4 on the track at least, and 2 are currently loaded simultaneously. But I know some free spins are being reprogrammed to only load 1 vehicle at a time, which would make dispatches slower. The best way to avoid a long wait is to head here early. From experience, the ride seems to open a half hour after the park does. I arrived just after it opened in my recent trip, and I was able to ride a few times with absolutely no wait. You likely will not be able to use the Flash Pass Skip the Line on this ride though. It typically is not offered on that service. I know it has been a separate one-time skip in the past, but it was not available on my recent trip though. This is included in the special VIP pass though, which makes sense. Once it's your turn to board, seating is on a first-come basis. If you depart the station going forwards, you start the main layout going backwards, and vice versa. I don't think it matters too much which seat you're in Wonder Woman. In terms of restraints, you have vest restraints like the other SNS free spins. They will be pushed down firmly by the operators, but I do find them comfortable. They properly hold you in place despite the ride's chaotic nature without causing any pain. 2 trains are currently dispatched in tandem. The first ascends the lift hill immediately. The second one waits until the prior train hits the final brake run. The vertical lift hill brings you to the ride's max height of 120 feet or 37 meters. The front side offers a really cool view of the park with the mountains in the background. The back side doesn't see as much of the park beyond Superman's Helix, but you do get a great sense of height looking down at the forest beside you. Once at the top, you have the steepest drop on the ride. It is short, but you will get a wild flip on the front side. You oddly don't get that flip on the back side though. You then have back-to-back bunny hills. On the front side, you can get another flip and then you can stall yourself upside down if you throw your weight into it. If you ride passively, you can still invert, but it's not guaranteed you'll get a full flip. It seemed most common that you would get 2 brief stalls upside down. On the back side, I would routinely stall the vehicle upside down for a few seconds, and it's pretty disorienting taking a bunny hill while stuck inverted. The top portion ends with a Raven turn. You will not flip on the front side. Instead, you'll either be on your back or stomach. The back side will more frequently stall you upside down, especially if you're actively throwing yourself into the maneuver. Then you have 2 small bunny humps. The vehicle will rock here, but it won't flip too much. On the front side, you will get a forced flip from the magnets towards the end though. On the back side, you don't always get that flip. Instead, You get a wicked double flip on the Raven turn. It is the best part of the ride by far. Meanwhile, the front side will not invert in this maneuver. You then rise upwards. If you throw your weight around, you can usually stall upside down for an instant. Then you have one last and heavily braked Raven turn taking you back down to the station. The coaster is short, as it has just over 1,000 feet of track and less than 30 seconds of prime ride time, but it is a thrilling experience. And the pacing is pretty strong too, because you always have that anticipation you could flip at any moment. In terms of smoothness, this ride is excellent. These free spins always track well, and this one is no different. So, what would I rate Wonder Woman Coaster? I would give this ride a 7 out of 10. This is a good S&S free spin. I like how the two sides offer distinctly different rides in terms of the flip timing, but both manage to invert me at least 4 to 5 times consistently, especially if you're riding actively. The inversions on the Raven turns on the backside were particularly memorable. Not all of the S&S free spins are equal, and of the ones in the Six Flags chain, this is up there with the one at Six Flags New England as one of the best. This is one of the better ones in terms of quantity of flips. So those are my thoughts on Wonder Woman Coaster at Six Flags Mexico. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Are you a fan of this ride? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.